Hey everyone, this is Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, we're going to talk about my RedBubble strategy part 2. Let's go! So this is part 2 of my RedBubble strategy. My first one, if you haven't seen that already, I made a video before, part 1. I'll put a link up there and you can click on that. It's been such a big success. Thank you so much for all of you that have watched that part 1. I hope to continue that. Hopefully this video is better. You need to stay till the end so that you can see how good it is. Got some really good tips at the end of this. And don't forget at the end also I have my trend credits. So you want to stay till the end to see the next trend. But before I start, for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Juna. I'm a graphic designer, t-shirt designer. My channel is all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. So if that's something you like to do, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to comment below. I'd like to hear if you subscribe to my channel. Just when you comment, say subscribed, and I'll look at it and I'll make sure, I want to thank you for subscribing. So just leave that in there and I'll make sure to answer your comments and say thank you and answer your questions if you have those in the comments. So let's get on with this. This is RedBubble Strategy Part 2. The first RedBubble Strategy Part 1, I talked about add more funny food t-shirts. So these are my goals for September. Hopefully this strategy works for me. We'll see at the end when I show my September sales numbers. I showed in August, so you'll see in September. And so the things we're going to talk about in this part are part of my strategy, add more big ticket items. So you might be thinking, what are big ticket items in RedBubble? So here they are. Big ticket items in RedBubble are items on RedBubble that have a higher cost so that the profit is bigger. So imagine if I'm looking for, when I say big ticket items, things that have a $50 price tag or more. Some of them actually have more than a $50 price tag. Now, so this is different than, this is one of the big benefits of being on RedBubble as opposed to Merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon, I think the highest price thing there is probably a hoodie, and you could probably mark it up $30, maybe $40 if you're lucky, but there's no way you're going to sell a hoodie. Well, not no way, but it would be hard to sell a hoodie for more than 50 bucks, right? So here you can, there are some big ticket items on RedBubble. Like this, think about the base percentage on RedBubble is about 20%. So if you're doing something that sells over 50, you're making more than $10 profit on these big ticket items. So you might be thinking, well, how do I find this? What is it? So here is the list. Let's look at that. I'm going to go to RedBubble now, and where you check this is you check the product pricing. So we're going to go there to RedBubble and see where to look for that. So here we are on RedBubble. I'm on my dashboard, right? You click on here, and let me just show you. You click on here to dashboard, so that's where I am. And just on the left here, you go down and see product pricing. So let's go to that right now. I'm going to click product pricing, and you can see here the retail price and your margin and the markup. So I showed in an earlier video that I marked up all my t-shirts to 40%. By default, they're 20%, like I said earlier. So if we scroll down here, you can see things that are more than 50 bucks. T-shirts can go up to about 46. It says right here, retail price. We want something over 50. So let's scroll down and see right here, A-line dress. I did not put that in my thing, but you could sell a A-line dress for over 50. We're going to look for things that are even higher than that though. So let's scroll down here, scroll down. No, stickers will not give you a big profit margin. Cases and skins, again, not very big. I mean, you can see iPad skins at the very top, it's close to 50, but it's not what we're looking for. Here's the art print that I'm talking about. You can see at the top, the large art prints are $56 retail. Canvas print can go up to $110 if you're selling a big canvas print if someone buys that. So that's that's double, right, than 50 bucks. Again, framed prints here, $131. If you by chance get to sell one of those, that's awesome. Metal prints, look at this, up to $287 margin. Your profit can be 47. At 20%, you can get a $47 payout just for selling one of those metal prints. So, you know, things to think about. We'll go here, throw pillow at the high end. The big ones are $53. Here's a duvet cover, 131 for your large, probably the king size duvet covers, 131. So a $20 profit when you sell one of those, right? So these are the things I'm talking about. Tapestry here, scroll down here, comforter, $134 for the king size. The small ones start at 105. So if you can design a comforter that someone wants to buy, this is a great way to increase your sales or your profit, right? And this is just at 20%. So I don't know if there's any other ones besides that. Here's a duffel bag. Oh, we talked about that. At the very high end, the bigger duffel bags, $55. So that's a new one as well if you can design for that. So that's what I'm talking about, higher price items. Take a look at that. If you're not selecting those, or if you don't have a way to put your patterns or your designs on those, patterns work really well, but you can also make patterns out of your own designs, t-shirt designs. So that's part one of what I want to share with you, is doing that. We'll go back to my presentation and show you what else works here. Now that we know that these are big ticket items, the next thing we want to do is a way to add stuff to it. So mainly what my strategy is, and you'll see in the next one, is that adding patterns to it. So let's go back to that and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we are back in my presentation, goals for September. You may have remembered this, add more big ticket items. Now you know what that means. Those are those things that we're talking about with a high margin, a high profit. And here, add more patterns. This ties really nice into the big ticket items, which is why I put it here. If I'm going to do more patterns, I can add those patterns to the big ticket items, right? So this is how you're going to be designing for big ticket items. And first of all, before you even do any more patterns, you need to think about the size of it. So we're going to go back to RedBubble and I'm going to show you how I figure out what size I need to make it at, what pixel size, width by height we need to do on, so that we can set that pixel size in something like Affinity Designer, Illustrator, or something like that, so you know what size will work for all of them, right? So I'll go back to RedBubble again here. So here we are back on RedBubble. Now the way to find the different sizes that we're going to need is we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom here. You may have seen this on one of my other videos, is that we're going to go here to the Help Center, okay? So we'll click on Help Center here, and it's going to take us to this. Do we need help with buying or selling? Of course, we're selling. So we're going to click that, and then designing, we're designing. So, oops, wrong one, designing here. And let's say I want to know the dimensions and format. So that's how you see it. We're going to click there. And these are the dimensions for all the sizes. So what I'm going to do, and you can look at it yourself when I scroll through here, is I'm going to look for the biggest size possible so that I can put it on everything, right? Because RedBubble, if you make it the biggest size, you can always scale down. You can't scale up. So if you make something that's, let's say for instance, you make this size, 2000 by 2000, it won't fit on the leggings because leggings are 4000 by 4000, right? But if you made something bigger than that, then it would fit on the leggings. Let's say if you did something 5000 by 5000, it would fit on leggings and it would fit on mini skirts. So let's scroll down. Let's look for the biggest pixel size that we can find. I'm just going to scroll down. 4000 so far is the biggest. Let's go. I'm sure it's going to be bigger than that. I'm looking down here where you're looking. 76 by 32, that's pretty big. That's for throw blankets. I'm sure duvet covers are going to be pretty big. Let's scroll down past the wall art. These wall art ones are pretty big. There's a 9144. That's going to be tough to beat. So let's look at that. 9144 was the latest. Oh, that was the end. Okay. So the biggest thing here is 9144. I think there might be stickers, notebooks, postcards. I'm just going to go up again. Oh, jigsaw puzzles I knew was a big one, 9075. So that's not bigger than 9144. So I like to just go to the next 100. So instead of 9144, I'm going to do 9200. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to make it a square just so we can fit the pattern on anything if something's wide or tall. I like just using the square size, so that's real easy to remember. So look at this 9144. I'm going to go into Affinity Designer and show you how to make it 9200 by 9200. So let's go to Affinity Designer now. All right, so here we are in Affinity Designer. You can see that I've made my artboard 9200 by 9200. I'm going to click on it. You can see down here in the bottom right, the width and the height, 9200 pixels, px for pixels. If you don't know how to do that, when you make your artboard, just go to Document Setup and make sure your document units are pixels. By default, I think they're inches or something else. It's probably inches, but you can make it pixels. And when you click pixels and hit OK, make sure that DPI is 300 is also, that's probably by default. Then you can go in here and change the width. So if I went on here and I changed my width and height to what I need, it's going to size it right. Okay, so that's the size we need. And then what I want to do, and part of my strategy, like I said, is to make patterns, right, for these. So I'm going to make more patterns as part of my strategy for September. You don't even have to be a graphic designer. You can take shapes from Affinity Designer. I use the rectangle tool here, the circle tool, the triangle tool, and I just made these shapes, right? How did I get these colors? I just searched on the internet for 80s colors palette. There's so many color palettes. You can do autumn color palette. You can do 70s color palette, vintage color palette. So I just took all these colors, made them this, and voila, just put them randomly. All I did was grab this, put it here, right? And I did this multiple times. And so there, that's the pattern. You can see that it doesn't repeat, it's just random. I put this circle wherever I want it. I put the triangle wherever I want it. Real easy. You can do that with shapes. You can do that with letters. You can do that with pictures or graphics. Patterns are easy, guys. Don't make it complicated. So let me show you what this pattern looks like when I put it on RedBubble. So let's go back to RedBubble. I'll show you after you want to export this as a PNG and then put it on your products. So let's go to RedBubble and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, here we are back at RedBubble. I took that pattern that we did, or I showed you that I did in Affinity Designer. I uploaded it here. I put in a title, make sure you use the right keywords, some tag keywords, descriptions. We're not going to go into that, but that's important to do. And you can see it didn't look good on some of these, so I'll turn on and off the things that look good. It kind of looks good on some of these, all over print design. So I clicked this sleeveless top. I didn't like it with the sleeves. You may like it there. This one doesn't have sleeves, so I checked that. I unchecked this, the stickers and magnets. I'm not sure how many people want a whole thing like that, but it looks great on phone cases, right? On phone wallets, on totes and pillows and floor pillows. Here it is on the duvets, comforters, and shower curtains. By default, you just see the shower curtains, but it looks good on, this is kind of the size that it would be on a comforter. So on travel mugs, it looks great. On leggings, it looks kind of good. I think the scale probably on leggings needs to be smaller. So think about that when you make your patterns. It looks really big here. I don't know who would want to wear big blocks of shapes on their leggings. Maybe. Again, mini skirts on clothing. Maybe it's too big there, but I'm going to put it on there. Scarves, tablets, bags, notebooks, journals. Look how many things that it looks good on. Patterns look good on clocks. Here's prints and coasters. Patterns may not look good on that, but if you want to go into the prints, we saw that those do really well. You may want to do something more artwork, like a scene, maybe something more, not like a pattern. You could still do nice things on there, but pattern like this probably won't work on art prints. Throw blankets, bath mats. You know what? I'll enable that. I think people would like that. Water bottles. These are prints, canvas. Again, I don't think it would do good on that. On socks, though, it looks kind of cool, right? Socks, pin buttons, masks, backpacks. That came out really nice on the backpack, so you can see that worked. On the duffel bags, because we did it at the big size, it fits on all of these. It even fits on the jigsaw puzzle, which, I don't know how many people want to do a jigsaw puzzle of a pattern. Maybe I'll enable it. And aprons here. So again, I click on these things here, digital art, design, illustration, because that's kind of what it is. It doesn't fit any of my collections. Maybe I need to make a new one. I hit no, this is not mature content, and I do have the rights to sell these, so I'm going to save the work. And that's all it is. So my plan is to do more and more of these, just do more and more patterns and put it on more and more things. And hopefully I get a sale on some of those big ticket items. So that's my plan for September. Part of my plan, step 2, part 2 of my strategy for RedBubble. that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully this was really helpful for you. I think it is. Let me know in the comments if this was even more helpful than the part 2. And again, let me know if you subscribe to this channel. Put that in the comments. Just say subscribed. And I'd just like to thank you that you subscribe. I'm getting a lot of subscribers here. And don't forget to like this video as well and click that notification bell so you can be alerted when I get a new video, especially the next one. We're going to do part 3 in a little bit, so stay tuned for that one. Don't forget about the trend credits, which is coming up. All right, guys, thanks for staying till the end for the trend credits. Here's a quick one for you. I know this video was long, but hopefully this is really helpful for you. This one's Man, I Love Farming t-shirt. You can see here the BSRs are really low right now. That means it's trending. You can see here the results right here, 318. Not so bad, so not so saturated. In fact, not all of these are the MILF. So they're playing on that word or that acronym MILF. So Man, I Love Farming. Now, of course, you don't have to copy this. I'm not saying to copy this exactly. This is one thing that's trending. You may want to use the F for something else. So maybe it's Man, I Love Food, or Man, I Love Fishing, or Man, I Love, So just playing off of that idea, you can see that this is really good. Right now it's selling, and probably do really good for the holidays too. It's kind of a funny gift kind of t-shirt for those that love these kind of things. So this is a great gift for a farmer, or if you do food, a great good gift for a foodie and things like that. So this is the trend for today for this video. That is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And don't forget again to like and subscribe my videos. And until next time, guys, keep creating and keep learning. See you on the next one. Bye.